Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Main Street Moments Disney News vlog. This is Kathy. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We try to make a Disney video every day if possible to give you the latest Disney news. So this was reported on Blog Mickey. This happened Wednesday. I don't know how I missed this one. I think I was so wrapped up in the Disney Genie Plus business. This just totally escaped me. But the orange monorail broke down Wednesday in Orlando at 1:30 in the afternoon, probably one of the hottest times of the day. This is from Blog Mickey. According to video posted on YouTube by the Caps TV, I guess that's the channel, the Caps TV, Monorail Orange lost power around 1:15 yesterday. In the video, we can see that the monorail, which was operating on the express line between the Transportation Ticket Center and Magic Kingdom, barely made it out of Disney's Contemporary Resort. Reedy Creek Fire Department responded to the stranded monorail and started to extend their ladder before the monorail was able to be towed away by a specialized vehicle that Disney uses to tow stranded monorail. So here you can see the Reedy Creek. I think that's like the Disney Fire Department. I think they kind of have their own little government, Reedy Creek. But anyway, they showed up, and as you can see, they opened the windows, which that's the good thing about the monorail. At least you can open the windows. This happened a couple years ago, but not fun to be stranded in 90-degree weather, but at least they could open the windows. Could you imagine if they couldn't? This lasts a few minutes. They are going to tow it out of here pretty quickly, but such an inopportune time. These things never seem to always happen at night. These seem to happen. It was 95 degrees. So in Florida, you want to add 10 degrees to that for the heat factor. So it feels like 105, because when they take the temperature readings in Florida, they take them in the shade, usually. That's what a meteorologist said on the news once. He said that they usually take those in the shade. So when you're in the sun, you're going to add 10 degrees to that to get what it really feels like. So they're in the shade there, but they're in a metal box. So that can't be fun. It says here, when the monorail loses power, it also loses air conditioning, which allows the temperature to climb to an unsafe level that requires emergency services to respond. That's true. Eventually, the monorail was able to be towed to the Magic Kingdom monorail station, where guests were able to disembark. It's unclear what caused the monorail to lose power, but instead of purchasing a new fleet, which they should, Disney opted to perform a full refresh of the so-called duct tape monorail. So I've never heard that before, the duct tape monorails. That's a good one. A few years ago, Braden on Mickey Views reported that they were going to replace all the monorails, and he had like the order for it and everything, and it was going to happen. And then I guess Bob Iger decided to use that money for something else, but these monorails are really old. I mean, they're like 20, 25 years old. They need to be replaced. You know, they get old like cars and all vehicles. So that's just what happened. Let me see if I could fast forward here a little bit. So here's the ladder getting ready to go up. I don't know, what are they going to do with this ladder? Is this like a cherry picker? Are they going to try to start bringing people down one at a time? Do you know how long that would take on this monorail? How many people are on this monorail? I know they're not as full as they used to be because of COVID. I don't think they're filling them as much, thank goodness. When this happened a couple years ago, the monorail was packed, which makes things hotter. You have all that body heat and everything. And there they go, which is very slow, but you can see it's gonna head back towards the Contemporary. There's Space Mountain right there in the background, but that's good. Crisis averted. But yep, they had like a cherry picker. They were gonna go up and get the people. There's the tower. As you can see, I've never seen this before. That's really interesting. There's the little thing, you see it in the front, that tows it. Now that's a nice handy thing to have, because I don't know if that's a new thing, but when this broke down a few years ago, I don't remember them having this, but I could be wrong. I'll have to Google that and see. I thought they had like, were taking, oh no, maybe that was at the gondola where they were moving people with the ladders. So that's a nice handy thing. So that's what happened there. A little excitement on Wednesday. Okay, now a few episodes ago we talked about the buffet service starting to return to Crystal Palace. So they pretty much closed all the buffets because of the pandemic, but now they're slowly opening. So it says this morning, this is from allears.net, they went to the breakfast buffet at Boma, which just opened this week, which is very good. And now Crystal Palace will be opening on September 12th. So if you're going to be going on a trip after September 12th and you want to go to the Crystal Palace, you can start booking for that. I went to Crystal Palace a long time ago. I've heard mixed things. Some people really don't like it. It's got Winnie the Pooh and friends, Tigger, and when I went It was, you know, I'm talking 15 years ago when my daughter was like 7 or 8. I loved it. We had a really good time. It's a little dated. I mean, you know, the interior's a little dated. They probably should get rid of this carpeting. I don't know why they have carpeting anywhere at a theme park. It should be like wood floors. You know, it says there's no mention of when the characters might return. So they still are not having character interaction. Like for the Boo Bash, they'll have Winnie the Pooh and the characters. I saw it on video. They're standing outside of the Crystal Palace on the balcony waving at everybody, but they're still not having character interactions. I'm not sure if they're going to be there, and in this article they say that there's no mention of that yet, if they're going to have it, but I'm assuming since they're opening the buffets, the character interactions should be coming soon, or some semblance of characters being there, so we'll see what happens. You know, Boma doesn't have characters. I was there. I don't remember a character there. So that's not an issue, but we'll see what happens here when they open Chef Mickey, things like that. Okay, so more information on Disney Genie Plus, which, by the way, we're going to get to is like very unpopular. Guests can purchase Disney Genie Plus starting at midnight on the day of your visit. In a call with travel agents, Disney clarified when exactly guests can purchase Disney Genie Plus for their visit. According to information on the call, guests can purchase Disney Genie Plus starting at midnight on the day that they will visit. Of course, you won't be required to stay up until midnight if you don't want to. What you're purchasing at midnight or any time after that is the Genie Plus entitlement for your ticket. You won't make actual Genie Plus attraction selections until 7. Okay, let's make it even more freaking difficult. So you can purchase the Disney Genie Plus at midnight, because after walking in the parks all day long, you just want to stay up till midnight just so you can sign into this thing, right? Since you've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning, you can purchase the Genie Plus, but you cannot book a ride until 7 a.m. Okay, I don't get that logic. You won't be required to stay up what you're purchasing at midnight. If guests have a date-based ticket or vacation package, they will be able to purchase Disney Genie Plus as part of the package. Okay, that's interesting. Or a date-based ticket. Okay, I don't see anything about annual pass holders. That said, all guests will still only be allowed to make selections on the day of the visit. So you can purchase the Genie Plus, the access to that, with your ticket apparently, or your package, but you still cannot book a ride until 7 in the morning on the day you're going to the park. I personally don't think you should be able to do it until you're in the park. That's how I feel about it. Disney Genie will feature individual attraction selections that enable guests to pay for access to new lightning lanes that are not included on the Genie Plus. And while all guests will have access to the selections when the park opens, only guests staying at Disney World Resort hotels, the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin, or Shades of Green will be able to purchase the passes early. Individual attraction selections will become available to be booked at 7, meaning they'll have access to the most return times and be able to head to the parks having already secured their spot. I know they're doing early magic hours on some days with people staying in deluxe resorts. Boy, Disney is making things so complicated, aren't they? Disney Genie announcement becomes the most disliked video on Disney Parks YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, look at that. 1,700 dislikes, 671 likes. Wow. Yesterday, Disney announced the Disney Genie suite of offerings. I wouldn't call it an offering. You're paying for it. An offering is like free, right? To what can only be described as a backlash from their fans, Disney certainly took a step into what they believe to be the future of their theme parks with the Disney Genie announcement, but Disney fans are notoriously resistant to change. This isn't about change. I don't think Disney people are resistant to change. We embrace change. Disney's all about change. Even Walt Disney said Disney will always be changing. This is about robbing people blind. To explain the service, Disney put out 3 videos on their Disney Parks YouTube channel, 2 shorter videos, and then one that was 14-minute overview. So go to their YouTube channel and watch it so you can get the in-depth scoop. Also included a 7-minute discussion with some planned Disney panelists. 2 shorter videos hit some of the highlights that the service will offer. A little more than 24 hours later, those 3 videos are the most disliked videos on the Disney Parks YouTube channel. Wow, each video barely registered a 30% positivity rating when considering the ratio. I think this, Disney does make changes. They charge stuff and people complain and stuff, but they still go to the parks. I could be wrong, but I really feel this is gonna hurt Disney. I really do, because, you know, we've discussed a lot of things here on the podcast, and I've had people leave comments and message us and things like that about this. And, you know, people get mad, but they'll get over something. Well, I'm still gonna go. I think this is really upsetting people. And I could be wrong, but I think this is like the straw that's gonna break this camel's back. I really do, because this to me is just total taking advantage of people. That's how I feel about it. The Disney ticket is so much money now. They've taken away, especially now when they've taken away perks, they've taken away entertainment, they've taken away the character interaction. It's bad timing. It's bad timing. There's construction at Epcot everywhere. It's a mess in Future World. You know, the timing is not good. And I don't like it. And I don't blame people for disliking that video. Somebody messaged on our last video, they are traveling to Disney next year for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. That's a long time. The trip is costing them $20,000. $20,000. It's not even including this. So they're like, how much more am I going to pay for 3 weeks? I mean, it could be another $1,000 by the time if you want to use it. You know, nobody's making you use it. You know, you're going to want to take advantage of the fast pass system, and not, because the way people look at it is this. They look at it as, I'm spending so much money here that I want to be able to go on every ride possible. And if I don't get the fast pass, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to get on every ride. I'm not going to get to every attraction. It's going to hold me up. I can't wait 2 hours for everything. That's how a lot of people think. The fast pass is a way for them to see everything and do everything. Okay, so this is an interesting little tidbit. The biometric finger scanning returns to Walt Disney World. Following the suspension of biometric finger scanning during the start of the pandemic, Disney is once again asking guests to scan their fingerprint as part of entering Blizzard Beach water park. Okay, so that means it's probably going to come back to the other parks soon. It's likely that the biometric finger scanning will return to theme parks in the near future. Disney briefly tested a facial recognition, but it hasn't been implemented beyond the limited test. Well, that is interesting here. See, I haven't done the facial recognition. I haven't been to a park in a year and a half, but they're not doing that. I wonder why. Maybe that made people uncomfortable. Maybe it didn't work so great. But I'm really surprised they're bringing this back when there's still a rise in COVID cases in Florida. That's kind of strange. They're showing how they cast and make these gold statues. This is called the Disney Fab 50 character. And they're going to have these all around Disney World. I'm not sure if it's just at Magic Kingdom or all over the parks, but they're going to have these gold statues all over. And I think it's really going to be fun to kind of see where they're at and kind of find them, go on a little hunt throughout the parks. And they'll be there for a while. You know, I think the celebration's lasting 18 months. So here they are, they're polishing them off. There's the Mad Hatter. Well, yeah, he belongs there for sure. Donald Duck. These are really nice. I don't know who that dog is. There's Mickey. Daisy. Who is that dog? Tell me, guys. Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, obviously. Okay, so that's on the Disney Parks blog. Let's see what it says. I'm not sure exactly. It's an 18-month celebration where these statues will be, so if you know, let me know. At first, I thought they were just going to be in the Magic Kingdom, and I could be wrong. Maybe they're going to be everywhere, but I thought I had read they're going to be only in the Magic Kingdom all over. And the founder statue was fixed up and repolished or painted or something apparently, and that's supposed to look nice. So Brian's going to the Magic Kingdom tomorrow to make a video. Please stay tuned for that, guys. Thanks so much for watching. As always, we really appreciate it. I'm Kathy. Please like and subscribe for more Disney information. As it happens, we get it to you as quickly as possible. Thanks so much, guys. Hope you have a really nice day.